you doing? I'm out in the garden doing the best abdominal workout possible. Now, I don't specifically work my abdominals, of course, because every exercise we do, every movement that we do, everything we do in the upright position, we're obviously using our abdominals. They are the muscles that hold us in the upright position. So rectus abdominis, internal external obliques, transverse abdominis, that work in conjunction with a rectus spinae group, multifidus group in your lower back to make sure that you don't fall over. So when you pick stuff up off the ground, when you lift heavy things, anything that you lift, your abdominals and your lower back muscles are the ones that are stopping you from falling over, and they have to work really hard because they're a much smaller muscle group than the legs or the upper body. So here's a great question. If you do specific abdominal exercises, why do you do them? There's usually two reasons. I want to burn fat and I want to get stronger. Well, if you're doing this movement or you're holding yourself up on the ground, off the ground doing a plank, or you're doing anything that's called an abdominal or a core exercise, and you feel a burning sensation in your abdominals, and often you'll hear people say that, feel the burn, feel the burn. Well, the challenge with feel the burn is that in the aerobic system where you are burning fat, there is no lactic acid, which is the burning sensation that you feel, which is the lactic acid hitting up against your nerve endings causing pain, causing the burning sensation. So you're not burning any fat. Lactic acid is the example of, or the reason why you know that you're not burning fat, because you are in the lactate system, which doesn't burn any fat. So this feel the burn, that doesn't make any sense. It's not exploding fat cells off your middle bit. It's a chemical response to the lactic acid system or the lactate system. So if I'm not burning any fat, why do I do abdominal exercises? Obviously that would make them a waste of time. So do we do them to get stronger? Well, should you be able to lift your own head and shoulders up off the ground? One would suggest yes. If you're doing a little exercise, what's the hormonal response? What's the central nervous system response? It's obviously small because it's a small exercise. So strength and muscle size and growth and the whole hormonal response comes from the phosphate system, where we work really hard. 100% effort gives you 100% results. So if you do little exercises, you get little results. If you work one muscle at a time, the hormonal response is tiny, if at all. So why do we do little exercises? To try and burn fat and get strong. That just doesn't work. It would actually be a waste of time. So why would I waste your time by telling you to do an abdominal exercise? Should anybody else be wasting your time by telling you to do an abdominal exercise? What do you do them for? Because they don't burn fat and they don't make you stronger. So then how the hell do you get really strong, tight abdominal muscles? Transverse abdominis, rectus abdominis, internal and external obliques, the ones that you can see. Well, the ones you can only see them when you've got low body fat percentage. And that's a really cool thing. You don't need a body fat test. You don't need to have a scan done. If you can see your abdominal muscles, you know that you've got a pretty low body fat percentage. So how do you get rid of fat off your body? Well, if we vacuumed it all off, we'd all be able to see our abdominals because we've all got them. Otherwise, we'd all fall over. So it's pretty easy. How do I burn fat? I've got to get fit to turn my body into a fat burning machine. If I'm really fit, my body says, when you're resting, Rowie, we need to become fat burners, because when you're exercising, you're going to be working really hard. So we need to conserve the 0.5 kilo of carbohydrate that you store in your body for when you sprint, when you lift heavy, when you're doing high intense activity. When you're doing low intense activity, when you're doing nothing, then we'll burn fat. And most people, most of the time, aren't doing high intense activity, are we? Most of the time, we're not doing too much. Me standing here right now, I'm working in my aerobic system, but because I'm fit and because I'm strong, my body's preferring to burn fat while I'm doing nothing. Isn't that exciting? So if you want to have low body fat percentage, if you want to be able to see your abdominals, if you want to have a flat stomach, could it be a really good idea to get fit? The answer is yes. How about strong? Because when you're strong, then your body has a faster metabolism. And when you have a fast metabolism, then you burn fat faster, including the fat on your abdominals. This doesn't isolate fat off your abdominals. If that worked, I'd be able to chew chewing gum and have a skinny face. I could, what if I use one leg and not the other leg? I'd have one skinny leg and one fat leg. I'd have thin fingers because I play the piano. We can't take fat off one spot in our body. When you get really fit, isn't it exciting that fat comes out of all the fat cells? Yay! So you actually burn fat off your entire body when you get fit. All the fat cells open. Yay! So if I get really fit, my body becomes a fat burning machine. I take fat off all the parts of my body. If I'm really strong, I have a faster metabolism, because if I keep my muscle tissue or I get bigger muscles if I'm a bloke, then I speed up my metabolism. And there's three things to remember there. There's the base metabolic rate, which is how many calories I need to exist. If I've got more muscle, I have a higher base metabolic rate. My metabolic rate is how many calories I'm burning while I'm doing stuff. But if I've got more muscle, I've got a bigger engine, so I burn more calories. And I burn more fat. I burn fat when I'm resting, but I burn carbohydrate and sugar when I'm exercising. So everything I eat gets burnt up if I'm fit and strong, which means I don't have a chance to put fat on my body. My fat cells can't fill up on any part of my body, including my abdominals, because I'm not allowing the fat that I eat to turn into fat in my fat cell, because I'm burning it up. This sound exciting? You don't have to do silly small exercises that waste your time. What if you could just get fit and get strong? And they're the two things that I always get really excited about, and I'm talking about every day, and I just wish everybody got it. If you're really fit, your body becomes a fat burning machine when you're resting. If you're really strong, you can get fitter, because when you're really strong, you can exercise at an even higher intensity, but it's only short. So little exercises that work little muscles that give you a little result. What a waste of time. Why would we do that? How about we do big exercises that get a big result in a really short period of time? So your phosphate system, and here's my new favourite expression, be a fast phosphate burner. Be a fast, fit phosphate burner. So burn all your calories and energy in your phosphate system so that you get really fit and you get really strong, and then for the rest of the time during the day, your body will be a fast fat burning machine. I think that's really exciting. So if you want to have flat abdominals, if you want to be able to see your abdominals, if you don't want to have squidgy bits on your body, get fit, get strong, and turn your body into a fat burning machine. Woohoo! I feel good, because I'm fit and strong. Roll max, live life to the max. Woo!